this thing's quiet again. Why is this thing quiet again? Let's see. There we go. That's better. Okay. All right. Fun. Let's see. We don't need that. We don't need that. Ugh. I think we're gonna work on this guy that I started on a while ago, just so we can finish him up. These two lads. Yeah. They are super blue. Let's see. Yeah. Alright. I was debating if I was going to paint terrain stuff because I started working on that. Very rude. But we'll get these guys done. Painting terrain is not very exciting. It's even less exciting than normal miniature painting because it's just me spamming with the brush very quickly, as fast as possible. Where did my reference picture go? There did it go. Alrighty. I think we're gonna start off by turning that on and grabbing some colors. Let's see. So what's been going on this week? So let's see. I didn't stream on Sunday because I was about to get things set up and then my keyboard stopped working. So then I spent the day looking into new keyboards instead. So that was fun. And then I didn't stream the rest of the week because after I figured out keyboard stuff on Sunday, I bought City Skylines. And then that's what I've been doing all week. Oops. Let's see. We're grabbing all sorts of colors. All the colors. It's a city management game. So it's like Sim City, but which I used to play a lot when I was younger. But SimCity 3000 was the last one that I liked, and SimCity 4, and then SimCity, which was the fifth one. They added a bunch of online stuff that kind of made the game unplayable if you didn't do the online stuff, is what I remember. So I fell off of it for a while. Not a lot. How are you, Dave? We're grabbing colors for Dung Beetle Boy. So we're gonna try to do the pearlescent stuff that's going on in the box art. Pretty good. Yeah. So City Skylines is basically like you're a mayor and you plan out a city and you like zone areas and you do all the traffic and transit and all those things and you try to not go bankrupt and like keep growing your city. Yeah. So we got the resin one that's a part of the commission. I guess also we finished Valk off stream, which is another reason why I decided to just play video games a lot this week because I spent a lot of time painting this towards the end of last year, just to get it done before the end of the year. I'm happy with the skin. I'm happy with I think the visor, the idea is right, but I could have spent more time refining it, and then the helmet could have been refined a lot more. And the rest of it's just kind of flat, but whatever. I'm happy with the face and the progress I made on face. Cause looking at my other busts, this is definitely a step forward. So, yeah. So you got all sorts of colors here. I need ice yellow. Yeah. What else is happening? Monument released their signature paints, so they did 6 paints with John Ninus or Ninjon, and 6 paints with Vince Venturella. One of those paints from Vince's Pain's great, so I bought some of those today because there's some colors in there that I want to try from Monument. Mostly the Pain's gray. Yeah, so I have this Pain's gray, which is pretty good. It's very nice and matte, and it's a giant pot that'll last forever. But I like the consistency of Monuments paints, so I want to see if I like that Pain's gray a little bit better. Not that the consistency of the Soflath is bad. I think if it has the coverage and consistency that monument paints normally have, it might be better for how I tend to use it. So we're just going to put all sorts of paints on the palette for starters. That's kind of how I started this guy before I went on vacation to Arizona, and then we painted other figures when we got back because I wasn't in the mood to paint him just yet. So he's been sitting kind of sketched out. So now we have to finish it. I was debating starting like a new miniature or something, but we should just get this guy done. I have to get him and the ball done, and then we have one other bust that we need to do. And then I'll be done with this batch of the commission, and I'll probably take a break from doing commissions for this guy for a little while. Just because I have my own minis that I want to paint. I want to focus on that for a while. I also might want... that might get me what I want. But let me grab... Where is... There is... Okay. Not a lot, Crypt. How are you? How are you? Let's see. Yes, I did just start. I started late today because I was watching C-SPAN. I was watching the circus. Awake? That's you go see the dead body is what I believe Awake is. So I'm sorry for that, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, this whole week has been a circus on Capitol Hill. Yeah. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens. Because the reason why he wasn't getting voted in is because no one likes him. Yeah, yeah. So it was the normal far right clowns like Gates and Bobert and those people. Surprisingly, not MGT um, or MTG. Marjorie Taylor Greene. She was not part of it, but they were holding out because they want a whole bunch of stupid demands. But anyways, it was very silly to watch. Yeah, I mean, there was one point where Jeffries did get more votes than uh, McCarthy, just because all the uh, Dems were voting for him. Um, so if some of the Republicans didn't vote that round, he would have won. But they voted, so they just voted for random people. It would have, yeah. I was kind of like, my hope was they were going to slip up and that was going to happen because I think that would have just been very funny. But anyways, all in on a moderate GOP. Also, hello, Sammy. I don't know. I'm very tired of moderate. Yeah. Yeah. I mostly just pay attention to be in the know of what's going on. I don't know. It's important. But yeah, it can be very tiring. Yeah. Okay. This is indeed Beetle Knight. The Dung Beetle Knight. Here's his, yeah, it's all for KDM. Here's his Dung Ball. Yeah, the pinup one. I do have that one laying around somewhere. I'm gonna hear Yeah, the pinups are funny. Like, that's what I like them because they're just kind of very silly. All right. So just kind of went over with a lighter olive green color, or lime green, I guess, everywhere. Just to kind of start bringing things together. Now I'm kind of going in with a much brighter color. This is a mixture of pistachio and ice yellow. I was debating trying to go back and forth with the brush a little bit more, but I think airbrushing is going to be the way to go. But we will see how I feel about that in a bit. His wings are kind of orangey color. I'm just going to get some of this in here now. Let's see, what else is going on? It's been kind of a chill start to the new year. Except some stuff going on at work, but it doesn't make, I don't know, it's not too crazy. It's just unfortunate things happening to some people, which is a bit of a bummer. And then we started watching the new Gundam show, The Witch from Mercury, and I've been liking that quite a bit. It's a very good show. You had to drive to Portland? What was in Portland? Yes, the new Gundam has all the space lesbians. It's great. It wasn't too bad when we went to Portland a few years ago, getting around with the car. They do have like some decent transit, but it's like not super complete yet. Like they're building more and more of their light rail kind of thing. Yeah, PDX is the airport code. So when people say PDX, they just refer to Portland. I believe it's just because it's PD is Portland, and then they put the X to fill in the third letter because all airport codes are 3 letters. Ah, fun. Hopefully your brother is okay. This is pure ice yellow now. Yeah. Yeah, I will say there's some weird road layout things in Portland. I definitely remember that. I had to be able to like double check a few things a couple times before committing. All right. Okay. So let's get the magenta in there. Let's get a little more paint in there. A little more paint on the palette. Little man, Ezra, the baby boy. Meanwhile, pose there. Glorious. End of River Park. I don't remember. We stayed. I don't remember where we stayed. I'd have to go look it up. But it was a nice little area. Not too far from like downtown. Okay, I think that'll be good. Yeah. Sorry, just focusing for a second. Portland's an interesting city. Lots of like neat, good food and neat areas. It still feels very small, I guess. It's not like a huge place, but not too small. Okay, let's see what happens when we add. A little bit off target there, that's okay. Guardian Games, I think that's one of the ones that we stopped by. It's kind of like right off one of the major roads. Yeah, I think that's right. They have like a lot of, like, it's very big and kind of spread out inside. They have like decent supply miniatures and they have turbo dark paints and stuff like that. It's a pretty good hobby though. Pretty good hobby shop or game store, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, it definitely didn't have like a small store, cozy kind of vibe, but they had good stuff. So and the staff was nice. Let's see. I think we're done with the airbrush for now. Also need to think about... we'll think about the dung beetle ball later. Probably paint him up like the card art, since that's what I generally am supposed to do. The card art's just kind of brown. Well, it is a dung ball, so brown makes sense. You focus for me? There we go. It do have a face. And I believe it goes munch munch on survivors. And from what I remember, this guy has kind of a sad story. He has like dementia or something. It's kind of sad. But anyways, let us paint with a brush now. I'm going to work on the areas we weren't focusing on with the airbrush for starters, just to kind of block those in. Then we'll go back in over the airbrush bits and crisp them up. So let's grab this leather brown. You can also turn this. That should be good. But yeah. I have not fought him. I'm still like in White Lion stages of the game. I didn't play anymore over the holidays. I'm probably gonna just restart my settlement just because it's been a while and I need to, I don't know, try different things. Yeah, I want to play more, but we'll see. I know that, like, ideally, I want to get like a gaming table that has a vault, so I could leave a game like Kingdom Death set up in there, but still use the table. I know Wormwood has their Kickstarter again in February, so we'll see how much that is. Maybe. I don't know. All I know is that he has some sort he has some sort of dementia of some variety. Let's see. Maybe British khaki is what we want. Yes, they are. They're gonna do another modular game table Kickstarter in February. Not the modular desk thing. That was a horrific failure. They I don't know. They just like butchered advertising for that. I think they just got too full of themselves and thought that they couldn't fail, and they just kind of winged it. And then, lo and behold, if you don't market to your core customer base and you don't really market to anyone else, then no one buys your thing. It had a modular sit stand desk thing. It looks cool. It was very expensive and had like a very high buy-in that was more than like the cheapest desk because they were like, you have to buy all the add-ons and stuff. It's like, okay, sure. But like that product was definitely not for me because I treat my desk like garbage, so I'm not going to buy it over whatever $1,000 desk. But like they didn't advertise it to like RPG people at all. Like it was all for like gamers or streaming things. But like we're in an era where like lots of people are playing tabletop games remotely. Like show how it's good for that because that's your core audience, you dinguses. Yeah. Like if I had space for like a separate computer desk or something, then maybe I would get a nice desk. But a hobby at my desk, so I'm not gonna buy a very nice wooden desk just so I can spill paint all over it. It's not a good idea. It's not a good plan. But yeah, I did one thing I did do recently for playing KDM more efficiently is so the Scribe app a while ago came out with an update that lets you put photos of gear cards in there. Because before it would just be like the name of the gear card and the synergies on your gear grid, but like it didn't show any of the flavor text or rules text or anything like that. So now you can take pictures of your cards, or you can grab the pictures from like the KDM wiki and throw them in the Scribe app. And some nice people in the community have made backup files that you can grab and use for yourself to make that a lot easier. Basically, Scribe is just an app to help manage all the paperwork stuff for Kingdom Death, if you're not familiar. The camera's just well, it should be here this year. Should be here this year. So we're all talking about our hobby goals for this year and all the different discords. Mine are paint all the Dwarven Forge train that I got last year, which I started doing today. So all my I have a bunch of uh, mountain here. I'll grab one. I'll go grab. No, you stay. 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 Paint more. Paint more is a good one. Um, yeah. So this is Dwarven Forge. This is from their Wildlands Kickstarter. So all I did today was slap the gray paint on top of it very quickly, um, and I did that for one whole box, which is a bunch of these pieces for building like mountains and canyons and stuff like that. Um, what are you doing? Uh, but my other hobby goals, besides finish painting all that, just because I want that stuff done and off my conscience and all that, I want to do like one like try hard piece at least a quarter. I want to do at least one piece a quarter where I'm pushing uh, lighting a lot. So trying different lighting schemes and stuff like that. All my pieces are not try hard. Like so Valkyrie like what I my general philosophy for pieces like do at least one new thing on a piece or like push one area really hard. So that Valkyrie bust, I really just wanted to push the face really hard and like try to get lighting on faces down a bit more better, which I think I did. But the rest of that piece is kind of lazy, especially if you look at it closely. um, sounds like, but yeah. So I want a piece where like every aspect of it is pushed as far as I can. Um, and then similarly, I want one piece a quarter where I do some sort of crazy lighting because that's something I keep talking about, but like I don't know, I feel like I keep chickening out. So I just want to have a achievable goal, which I think like one piece a quarter, so 4 pieces for the year. I think that's a goal that is like manageable and achievable because I try to whenever I'm making goals or something for the year. Um, I know cyberpunk more. We'll see what we can do about that. Um, sounds like, but yeah, anytime I'm setting goals, I want to make sure that they're like not unrealistic. I'd rather overachieve than underachieve. Um, yeah, Metal on Monty, nice. Yeah, making a model, that's a cool goal. I know that Diddy, like he had the goal of starting his own company for selling miniatures, and he got that going. He wants to sell a certain number this year, so that's cool. Um, yeah, but and then my other goal, so yeah, we did finish painting train, which is not fun for miniatures, but it's a hobby goal, and it should be good for tabletop playing games. Um, try hard piece, lighting, trying hard piece. Um, and then I think I said I wanted to at least try to attend one event in person. Um, Diddy did the dwarf. He posted it in Dirty Paint Water and Top of the News a while ago. And oh, if you mean Diddy, he's the dentist guy who has the power rack or whatever in the background. I think of his streams. Did he put it somewhere? Yes, he did. Yeah. So it's like a dwarf with a big hammer thing. There you go. Thanks, Sammy. Yes, the British guy. I believe so. He mentioned it once because I was like, "Why the hell are you up so early?" And he's like, "I'm a dentist," and I'm like, "Oh, okay." I'm pretty sure. Okay, cool. I'm not making things up. Who would make things up on the internet? Not me. Couldn't be me. But yeah, attend at least one event in person. So I know that there's the event that Unexplained is throwing together called the Emerald Brush. Um, which will be up in the Pacific Northwest, up in Vancouver, sometime in October, I believe. I should also probably have a goal for like taking an actual class. So like at least do one class taught by a professional miniature painter guy. Nice. I'm guessing that would be kind of over in the East Coastish area, Virginia area, right? Nice. Yeah, like I want to do Adepticon at some point, but I don't think this is the right year to do it for me. I don't have. It's what like registrations like this weekend, and uh, the event's like less than 3 months now, and I don't have any projects going for any of the competitions. And if I'm gonna go, I want to enter the competitions. Leave town, go leave the boy. No, he's my baby boy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I want if I were to go, I'd want to do a golden demon piece, of course. Gotta do it at least once. And then I wanted the Atomic Mass Games Marvel Crisis Protocol one would be one that I would want to try. Seems like fun. The statue that you win is very cool. It's a sculpture of Odin sitting on his throne. And I believe Joaquin Palacios sculpted it. Yeah. Yes. And then there is Resin Beast, but my issue is like I don't really like creature caster models that much. I like some of their small ones. I know that's part of it, but I don't like their big ones. And I know you can do Parabellum minis in it as well now, so maybe that's the move. I think that's it. I don't think there's any other competitions at Adepticon, at least that I'm aware of. Oh, P3, right. I always forget about P3. Let's see. Yeah, there's no more Crystal Brush or anything like that though. They're all manufacturer specific competitions, which is interesting. Yeah, if so, I'll most likely do Ammo Brush because it's close and it's being run by Ian, so I should go. And then uh, Nova could be a possibility, maybe. I'll have to look into that one a little bit more. Yeah, I wish there were more events like Crystal Brush in the States, like non-manufacturer specific, open competition. Or not, Crystal Brush wasn't open; it was placement. Yes, yeah. So I think the details are still being sorted out, Sammy. But it's gonna be up in Vancouver, like Vancouver Island, um, Vancouver Island. I think Vancouver Island. Um, but it's gonna be a painting competition, and I think there will hopefully be teachers coming as well, but we'll see. Once there's more details, I will definitely share. But that's about all I know at the moment. Noise. So just slowly going brighter and brighter on this fur stuff. I don't really like painting fur stuff like this that's super textured, so I'm not putting too much care into it. We're gonna go over this with the contrast paint in a second. Because I have TSA pre-check. I'm not TSA pre-check. And Anna hates me for it. Well, hate might be a strong word, but no. But I got to say hi to the TSA security dogs, so who's the winner here? No. They have vests that say do not pet. I did not want to pet mess with them. This might be a bit more browny than I want. Let me look at art real quickly. Uh, even though I think TSA is mostly a sham, I don't want to, miss my flight from being stupid. Uh, let's see. Let's add a bit of yellow to it. Yeah, exactly. There we go. A lovely poopy color. Clear the like. I don't understand that. I always see it. I'm like, so you just pay a company, and the company is like, yeah, this person's okay. They can go through faster because they paid us a couple $100 or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Sorry, I was probably a little bit out of focus. Okay. I am reasonably happy with that fur. Alrighty. Let's just do his wings real quickly because they're pretty similar. Let's get our new friend orange brown. Look at that color. It's orange, it's brown. It's all things good. Let's also get some of these paints out of the way. Yes. Okay. All right. All right. It's a bit too orangey, but we'll bring it back to where we want. great viewing, I know. I'm just trying to paint the underside of the wings, and it's just very awkward. Eh? How am I supposed to reach this? There we go. That'll work. Nice. Oh, like other people are painting them at Adepticon? Would that be the your Blood Bowl guy that you sculpted up? So it'll be in the. So I feel like I'm confused about what can be open and what can't be open because it seems like you can. I guess like so if you sculpt something and it's the proper gaming scale, it can be in like the single figure category. But if you sculpt something that's like 75 mil or whatever, then it has to be an open. Is that kind of how it works? I think that's how it works. I'm going to just assume that's how it works until someone says otherwise. Okay. Let's get golden brown. Let's get, oh, there we go. That's what I want. Yeah, that was this past Golden Demon, the one in England. That was Secret Workshop guy, wasn't it? What's his name? I'm pretty sure it was him. Yep. Yeah, it was the Secret Workshop on Instagram _, but his name is something. I don't know what his name is right now. Oh well. But he's also sculpted a bunch of stuff for FER. That I want to get at some point. I will say, I think one of my favorite pieces from last Golden Demon that I saw was a Blood Bowl theme piece, the one that was the magazine cover. That one was really neat and unique. There we go. Okay, yeah. Monty's another event I want to do at some point, but I'm not at a level yet where I think I should spend that much money to go to a miniature competition. So I guess it could be a part of other things or another trip. I don't know. I mean, everyone does their own thing. Like if I don't know if I want to like invest that much in going somewhere, I don't know. I want to do goodly. I'm not there yet. That's just my own personal thing. I think it would be worth going regardless, just because like it seems like it's a cool event. meet a lot of people, get a lot to see cool things in person. It's probably very inspiring. Um, but it's a big time and financial commitment to go do during a generally busy time of year. But yeah, I think like if I were to do it in a like go to see kind of thing, I would probably want to make sure it's like part of a like another trip. Um, like probably make it the start of a trip in Europe, like a Europe themed trip, and then go to like I don't know France or wherever the hell, because I've been to Italy a lot, so it'd be nice to visit other places as well. Um, Maxime Penad, that's his name. Thank you. Yeah, but his Instagram's the Secret Workshop. If you don't follow Maxine, you should follow Maxine because he's a very good painter and sculptor. Um, Mr. Worldwide. Um, yeah, I don't know what I was thinking anymore. I feel like it would be ideal if there was uh like World Model Expo and Monty both in Europe, like a couple weeks apart. Similar to like how, oops, sorry, if you're into motorsports, you can do like the Austrian Grand Prix, and either go to like the Goodwood Festival Speed or go to Le Mans or whatever. I just crushed my armrest into my leg. That was very uncomfortable. Okay, let's see. Pull up this card art again. There we go. 3 to 4 weeks. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Work from Europe for a little bit. That'd be fun. Well, that's the only issue. That's a long time to be away from Poe. That's my issue. My poor baby boy. My sweet summer child. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I definitely want to attend both someday. Just a matter of when. No, that's not quite right. It's more greeny and get it a bit darker, maybe. Yeah, yeah. So the last time I was in Europe was 2015. It's been a while. It was my end of college, gonna go start working. Woohoo! Trip. We went to. It was me and my dad, and it was basically like a car themed trip. Um, so we went to Modena. So uh, go to DiddyCon. Or is DiddyCon going to be an in person event? So like, I have enough money to travel. It's just like a thing to uh, consider, and like the bigger thing really is just like leaving Poe for that long, or because I imagine Anna would also want to go to Europe, so it'd be leaving Poe and Ezra for three-ish weeks. Okay. Well, the good news is England's weather is about the same as Washington's during that time, so easy adjustment. Um, well, you're also always saying you want to stay and watch Poe, or you want me to go somewhere and watch Poe. And if you haven't been to England, England's really cool. Um, oh yeah, but I guess finishing up Europe trip story very quickly. Modena went to the Ferrari factory, ate a lot of good food. It was cool. Go to Austria for the Austrian Grand Prix. Very cool, except that everyone chain smoked in the stands, which was not fun. So that was the the highlight of that was uh, both the venue because like it's Austria, so it looks like the sound of music everywhere you look. It's very picturesque, and the racetrack is like amongst the mountains. It's very cool. Um, uh, and then, but yeah, so that season of F1 was exactly Crypt. Uh, that season of F1 was one of the earlier seasons that Honda was back in it in their most recent stint. Of course, now they're out of it again. Um, but they're a motor manufacturer for McLaren, I believe, and both of the cars that they put engines in did not finish. And we went to a restaurant afterwards, and two guys in Honda Polos who looked like executives because we looked them up later, and they were executives. Uh, were eating next to us, and they looked very unhappy. But after that, we went to the UK. We spent a decent amount of time there because I had never been to London, so we did all the normal London touristy things. Went to the Royal Museum, saw all the stolen stuff. Went to Buckingham Palace and Windsor Castle and saw the crown jewels and uh, what else was there? I did not go to Warhammer World because I wasn't into miniatures then. I didn't start miniature painting until 2019. Um, um, which actually we're coming up on. I wasn't a jock. I was a computer science clarinet playing nerd. Uh, so let's see. It's 2019 to 2020, 2021, 22, 23. So this April will be 4 years. Um, went to London, did all the cool touristy stuff. We also went to the Royal Observatory, which I thought was cool. You get to stand on the Prime Meridian, which is neat. And also see all these really cool old clocks. Band types are real. That's marching band. I was not a marching band kid. I hated marching band, so I never did it. Um, and yeah, it's just yeah, lots of painting. I feel like I don't know. I feel like I made progress in some areas last year, but I don't. I feel like last year was not like as much of an improvement year as other years. Um, I don't know. I'm also way off camera again. Good job. But yeah, yeah. So it was a good trip. Europe is fun. I want to go to like Italy's always cool. I'd like to explore more of, like northern Italy. Probably go to Venice or something someday because I haven't been there. Um, France, I keep Spain maybe. I don't know for a little bit. Well, I mean, so I want to go to Spain because that's where all the painters are. But like, I don't care about the food as much in Spain. It's okay. Um, Paella is good, but there's also like lots and lots of ham. Just like lots of ham. Like ham's okay. Spain, crypt, Spain, Spain. It's not Mexico. Do they? Do they? Yes, Spain does have like lots of cool architecture and stuff, so it'd be nice to go there once, at least, um, and get some Spanish water so I can airbrush good. Um, I'm sure, like I'm sure it's fun. I'm sure the food's great. There's good food everywhere. All I know is that there's just lots of ham. I'm not the biggest ham guy. I'm not super. Yeah, I am. So I don't like ham because I hate myself. Um, but yeah, steal all Angel's secrets. Go to Maskelyne's um, school thing, all that jazz. France. My dad just went to France and he said it was pretty fun. So I think my dad just did kind of a recent Europe trip, um, and I think it finally train pilled him because he's much like he used to be like very against like all forms of public transport. Um, like just drive everywhere. Like the first time we went to New York, it was like all taxis everywhere instead of taking the subway because he's like no subway. And then my sister moved to New York, started taking the subway, and then he visited her and took the subway and was like, oh, this is pretty good. It's like no shit. Um, but like his latest Europe trip, he took the train to get between a lot of the different countries and seemed to enjoy it. I'm like, yeah, because trains are great. Trains are the best. We should have more of them here. I do want to go to Iceland at some point. Uh, Take some pictures. All that jazz. Um, my mom was trying to schedule something with my sister and I to go there a while ago, I think, but she wanted to do a tour group thing, and I don't want to do a tour group thing. I don't like tour group things. I don't know what's going on in chat, but whatever. Where else? I want to go to Amsterdam or the Netherlands. Live out my cycling transit dream. Okay, have fun. Let's see. I guess on the subject of video games, yeah. So I've been playing lots of City Skylines. Because I love city builder games. And then um, on the Switch, I got Neon White during their sale. And that's pretty fun. And I also got Art of Rally, and it's very hard. And I got Ollie Ollie World. It's pretty good. Yeah. Let's see. All right, let's start working on his trim a little bit. We also have the gold bits, which we'll do in a bit. So should it be green or should this all be gold? I think this should all be gold. Okay. Abort that. Let's grab. Or. Maybe we should try a greeny gold. But let's use this darker brown for starters, just to kind of block it out. Let's be careful to not mess up our nice airbrushing. Yeah, plenty of places I want to go. Hopefully we'll do them. I think we're likely going to be going to Japan again sometime this year. Barring any unforeseen circumstances. Come on. Oops, sorry, my big fat head. Okay. Let's see, it's 11:34. We'll go for a little bit more. Let's get a bit more of this out. Okay. Okay, there's that. That shouldn't have anything. Okay. What else is going on? There was some fun D&D drama this week. A copy of the new version of the Open Gaming License leaked, and it's very restrictive and dumb. So a lot of people are very unhappy about that. Yeah. Basically, it would stop anyone from making any new virtual tabletops. Um, they would take like 20% of any Kickstarters kind of launched with the OpenGL. It makes it very unclear if things like Pathfinder could continue existing. So, yeah. Is it Logan Paul? Yeah. I don't know what's going on with him at the moment. I just know that there's some silly crypto BS. Which like we shouldn't victim blame. But if you're gonna get into crypto stuff and Logan Paul's the one selling it to you, I don't know, man. Maybe you deserve. Yeah. Fun. This paint is usually pretty covering, but for some reason today it's just being pain in the butt. Uh-huh. Sure. All right. Fun. Yeah. Internet drama can be fun sometimes. Let's just kind of focus on this part for a little bit. go. Okay. You see why people like Twitter? Yes. I mean, there's lots of non-drama-y things on Twitter, which is nice. Like, I mostly use it because it's nice for finding new artists to follow and such. Um, all right, Dave. Have a good one. Have a nice weekend. Thanks for hanging out and chatting. I'll see you around. I'll probably be logging off shortly, so I can go read my book. Because one of my non-hobby goals for this year is to try to read a book a month. Get back into it. Since the last few years have been, yeah, 12 books in a year is not like that many. Uh, I've been doing like a book a year, like the last few years, which is not great. I don't really like audiobooks, is the issue. Um, I like to read, so my current book is over there. Um, it's called The Luminous Dead. And it's probably not the best book to read right before bedtime, because it's kind of a horror book. But it's good. It's fun. Yeah. My special baby boy, who has left after unmaking the bed. Thanks, Poe. Yeah. Your cat's marked your laundry basket, or your dog? Or wait, what marked your laundry basket? Dog. Okay. Yeah, it's easy to clean. Get some Nature's Miracle spray on that. Think. Let's see. 56. I'm debating if I want to just push through and finish him or go to bed. Let's at least finish the gold trim. Any book recommendations? So, I mean, there's the book I just read was called The Long Way to a Sad, Angry Planet, something like that. What was it? Small Angry Planet. And that's like a fun little found family. Oops, as we kill the dung beetle knight. Um, Fun little found family sci-fi kind of book. I liked it. And I'm only like a third of the way through the one I'm reading right now, but I'm enjoying it so far. Which is The Luminous Dead. And then I've had one recommended to me called A Memory Called Empire, I believe. So I'm going to read that one this year as well. I mostly just read sci-fi and fantasy stuff. occasionally I'll read some nonfiction things. So like Masters of Doom is about the creation of the video game Doom, and I thought that was a pretty good book. It was very interesting. Blood, Sweat, and Pixels is another kind of interesting video game industry book. Um, there's also Bad Blood, which is about Theranos, which is the Elizabeth Holmes lady company, and then one's a wild ride. um, and then, yeah. Uh, Crying in H Mart is a very good and very sad book about Michelle Zonners, who is the singer for Japanese Breakfast, and her like the relationship with her mother and kind of uh, her father as well, a little bit to a lesser extent, but ultimately the her dealing with the death of her mother, which was very horrible. Uh, and I don't recommend reading it on an airplane, which is what I did. So, yeah. No, no. Her mother died of cancer, and she had to like take care of her mother as she was, you know, withering away in front of her. Um, but it's very sad. So that's why I recommend not reading it on an airplane, which is where I read it. Yeah, very good book. And Japanese Breakfast is one of my favorite musicians. Yeah, yeah. My mom kind of had to with the passing of my grandma. Yeah. Let's see, what else is on my reading docket? I have uh, the Murderbot Diaries, like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I read that. I read Hitchhikers in the whole series a long time ago. Like it's very like the first one's good. The second one's uh, the first Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is like a classic. The second one is interesting. The third one's more interesting, I guess. Like they get very weird and heady. Um, yeah, Murderbot Diaries. Really fun, short sci-fi books. Like easy to read, kind of in like a weekend. The book is much better than the movie. Yes. Yeah. I've heard the audiobook is very good. I believe the second one is the restaurant at the end of the galaxy, or end of the universe, rather. Or diner at the end of the universe. Restaurant at the end of the universe. One of those. It's been a while since I read them. Yes. Very fitting for Douglas Adams. Oh, Martin Freeman was the guy who played Arthur in the movie, so I mean that's another great choice. Um, and he's a fun guy as well. But yeah, those books are good. I have the first of the Dritzt books on my Kindle, and I want to read that. And then what else is there? Gideon the Ninth has been recommended to me a lot. Why is that on? Oh, right, because I turned it on. Let me see. I have a list of books. Yeah. Yeah, A Memory Called Empire. Nine Fox Gambit is on my list. Gideon the Ninth. Radiance by Catherine Valente is on my list as well. And then the rest of the Wayfarer series, which is the Long Way to a Small Angry Planet series, is on there as well. But yeah, that's my list, and I have a few other books on my Kindle that have been given that I'll read. Yeah, I don't know. I just want to get back into reading a bit more consistently. It helps my brain. So yeah, I used to listen to podcasts a lot when I hobbied. I usually just if I'm not streaming, I usually just listen to some music instead, or I'll put on a YouTube video or something. Okay. Okay. Just kind of adding some color variation to these. Weird ass stock things. Let's keep trying to match it up just a bit more. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop there for now. He's not quite done, but he's almost done. I think I want to go in and refine some of the stuff that we airbrushed earlier with the brush, crisp some things up a little bit, but color wasn't pretty happy with him. Yeah, just want to sharpen some things up a little bit. Cool. So we'll stop there. We're gonna very quickly see if there's somebody to go raid before perhaps we get raided. Hopefully we don't. While I put these things away so I can grab the keyboard. You too, Crypt. Thanks for hanging out and chatting as always. Well, there we go. Yeah, dang it. Hello. I was just about to wrap up to see if I could raid you. Yeah. Yeah, I'll go for a smidge longer. I got wrecked. Yeah. How are you doing, JT? let me do this shout out. There we go. If you don't follow JT, go follow JT. Hello TC. Hello Memnor. How are all you doing? We were working on Dung Beetle Knight from Kingdom Death this evening. Um, I've been good. Happy New Year to you as well. I took the first little bit of this year off from streaming just to kind of reset. Uh, uh, Take it easy. Thanks, Gore. How are you doing? How's everyone doing? Yeah, what were you working on stream tonight? Or tonight was a Marvels night? Or is there any hobbying going on? Let's see. We'll do some of that crisping up that we were talking about. Let me get Ice Yellow back. There we go. That's good. Never a bad thing to have some conversation going on. Better than the opposite, which is what mostly happens to me, where I forget to talk. Oh yeah, I guess for anyone who's new, we paint things. I don't know. What should I grab? Sure. Paint all sorts of things. So we paint lots of Kingdom Death, like this Dung Beetle Knight. But we were working on this bust recently that we wrapped up just at the end of last year. And then little dioramas, all sorts of things, all different scales. Yeah. That's good to hear. But yeah. Alright. So let's take this medium, mix it into our ice yellow so it's nice and thin. Yeah. I'll do a raid in just a second. Might as well just do just a smidgen more work. Yeah, trying to be slightly better about sleep schedule, but I've been very bad this week because of my new city's skyline obsession. Yeah, exactly. That's basically what I was doing. I was like, gotta wrap this up quick so I can go raid someone before they raid me. And then, well, I lost. I lost the game. Yep, there goes the airbrush compressor. I need to remember to turn that off. So, yeah, I used to be a huge SimCity fan, as I was talking about earlier, and then fell off because I didn't like the newer versions. And then someone was like, "City Skylines is good," and I was like, "Well, it's on sale." Oh no, and I've fallen back into it. Yep, I figured it is. Yeah. Because it's very easy to just like, because you're like, oh, I'm just gonna touch up this little area, and it'll take like 10 seconds. Oh wait, I'll just do this other thing. It'll just take like 10 seconds. Let me just take care of this other thing. It'll just take like 10 seconds, and then suddenly it's like 6 hours later. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna try to be a little bit more consistent about my streaming, but we'll see. Obviously, this week was not a good first step for that. Let's see. A. Yeah. Happy to see you as well. Always nice to see all the familiar faces around the Twitch mini painting scene. I'm still like we need to figure out hashtag things because I feel like a lot of people still haven't realized that it's now freeform, and it makes it very hard to find people, even though it's been the thing for months. That's been a struggle for me whenever I try to find someone to rate. Is I can't find anyone under any of the hashtags that I would expect it to be. But I digress. Yeah. But I think I followed enough people now that usually someone I'm following is on when I'm wrapping up. Usually being the key term. All right. Let's see. A couple more sharpen ups, and then we'll go rate somebody else. With gouache, is it the Liquitex acrylic gouache or like gouache gouache? Okay, not quite gouache gouache, but close. Yeah. Yeah, so I was curious because so the whole idea of gouache is it has like a it uses like Arabic gum or like some sort of sugary binding agent, just like watercolor, so it can reactivate. Um, the shark. What game are you playing? Um, but my understanding is the Liquitex gouache has an acrylic medium, so it doesn't reactivate. So it isn't like gouache gouache, but it has like the consistency of gouache. I'm probably saying gouache wrong, but that's how I've always heard it said, I think. So that's how it's gonna be. Um, yeah. Some douche. Oops. Whoopsie doodle. Super chalky? Okay. Yeah, I know that Marco used it for quite a while in several of his videos. Which actually, if you have not watched his newest video, it's very good. I'm probably gonna have to go back and rewatch some parts of it. But he does a very cool lighting scheme on one of the Squidmar figures from the Squidmar Kickstarter. His eyes are supposed to be glowing, so let's make them glowing. Yeah, so he had a Kickstarter a while ago that had like some busts and brushes like 2 years ago, and he just had one recently that yeah, yeah, his the Marco's video is very Kaha, like very intense colors. Like, much more reminiscent of like Kaha rather than like Craft Roll or something. Um, but Squidmar had a Kickstarter around November, I want to say, with these elves, orcs, and humans, I think. And they're very cool. I ended up not backing it. Nothing was jumping at me as like I need to paint this. Um, but they're very cool minis, and the centerpiece of that Kickstarter was a orc on a giant owl, and it's 75 mil scale, and the owl is like almost the size of like a real owl. It's absurd. Um, but yeah. And the other reason I didn't back it is because they're going to be available for sale later. So I was like, if I change my mind, I can. I think I like the orcs because they're kind of different. Like they're not like every other orc miniature I've seen. So I thought that was neat. There was the one that Eric Swinson did the box art for, which is like the druid with all the little animals. I thought was really cool. As I throw my brush across the desk. Um, and then there's the one that I think AC Miniatures. I'm blanking on their name. Did the box art of, but yeah, cool minis, neat designs. Um, Looking forward to seeing people's interpretations of them. Let's get some of this pistachio. Yeah, like the owl is cool. It's just like that's a lot of mini. A lot of mini to deal with. I already have a few very large miniatures that I need to deal with. I still have that dragon head models miniature that I need to paint up at some point. Yeah. Always happy to give model recommendations. I am trying to be good this year. I am trying to only buy miniatures that are limited, um, or yeah, like only limited edition models. Like they have a short window to buy them, or like they have a short amount remaining, or whatever. And they won't be made again. That's my goal. Only buy limited edition models. But then, of course, I said that, and then Black Crow released like teaser images of the models that they're planning on releasing this year. And I was like, oh well, maybe I can make an exception for Black Crow because they're my favorite uh, large scale miniature company. All right. I think he's like close to done. Let's see. Let's before I wrap up. Yep. Yeah, like so like every now and then I'm like, okay, well maybe I could like get rid of some of my backlog, and then I'll take a couple hours or something, and then like try to Marie Kondo it, and I'm like, well the issue is I don't like everything in my backlog. It all sparks joy. So the only thing I've been going back and forth on is I have the Dominion box. But I think what I'm gonna try to do with that is Roman Lapot's been doing those cool kind of Games Workshop picture frame relief diorama things. Um, Marie Kondo's because she's a delight. She's great, and it's a good philosophy she has. Like I use that every time. Like so, I'll go through like non miniature stuff, but um, like stuff I own. I'll like try to go through uh, a couple times a year and be like, have I used this thing at all? And since the last time I did this, or do I see myself using it all before the next time I do this? And uh, if it hasn't, does it like spark some sort of joy or not? Which is like, do I hold the object and does it make me happy? And if it does, sure, I'll keep it. If it doesn't, then it gets, I don't know, donated or sold. It's a good way to declutter and keep from hoarding too many things. Anyways. All right. I'm going to stop there. We're going to go raid someone else before we get raided again. Of course, now that I've said that, we're going to get raided. So I'm going to make this very quick. We're going to cover that up. Then we're going to grab this. And we're going to go, okay. Then we're going to say raid channel. And no one I follow is on anymore. So now I have TJ Miniatures. TJ Miniatures, we're going to trust crit. We're going to go there. We're going to go there. Then we're going to start raid. All right. Only guy you know. Well. Okay. Well. We'll see. We'll see how it is. But anyways, thanks again for the raid, JT. Thanks again for hanging out, everyone. I will see you on Sunday. I don't think anything will pop up. My keyboard shouldn't die on me again like it did last Sunday. But yeah, so I'll see you guys around. So, bye.